So for those of you who don't know, I worked in retail.
All right, so he says you guys are on
He looks like he'd work in retail. You know what, Rich? I believe you that you worked in retail, bud.
So a 1-2 cents says you guys are 100% unhinged. I love it.
Rich's whole physiognomy is retail assistant manager.
Oh.
You look at him, you go, that guy works at Best Buy. That guy works at Radio Shack.
No, but you know this is the kind of guy that when you're trying to get an exchange, it's going to be a tough time. You're like, oh, this is God.
It's going to be rough sledding.
Yeah.
For those of you...
By the way, I like this. Wait, Bobby Babber's like, just wait, Ed. You're not ready, okay?
You don't know. I worked
It's so
on and off for many...
You gotta stay for this. Don't stay tuned. You won't even believe Rich's tales from retail. You just won't even believe.
Okay, well, that's a shame.
For those of you who never worked in retail, I will tell you this. It is a very, very stressful and interesting career path to take.
Interesting. I mean, in what way? I mean, interesting in like getting every day, I guess. Your soul being ground down to dust. Being treated like a child into your like middle age.
I did retail for so long.
For you who still work in retail, I salute you.
I do too. You know,
because
Too chilly is so real with this. 20 people do nothing and 5 people keep the store functioning.
Very stressful. It can actually be fun too. I had many fun times working in retail, but there are other times that, man oh man, I wanted to lose my mind. When you work with the public on a daily basis, you realize how animal-like the human species truly is. And man oh man, when you catch people when they're in a bad mood, it can ruin your entire day.
okay, Rich.
You're soft, Rich.
Every story has to have a prologue. You know what I mean?
Just tell the story.
Say it.
Sometimes your coworkers can ruin your day too. Speaking of which, let's get into my first story when I was 16 years old. Now at the
So
time,
he was only 16 when this happened.
Okay.
I was a junior in high school. I turned 16 and my parents said to me, you need to get a job. You need to learn what it's like to work. You need to learn what it's like to make your own money.
His parents then later gave him the same talk when he was 35. And living in their house.
And he still lives there.
He still lives there at the age of 42, even though he looks like
You know
he's
what?
55.
You need to learn what it's like to have more responsibility. So we want you to find a job.
He never learned that
Hounding me
lesson.
and hounding me, which they were right. You know, you should. It's young to build character and become more responsible, so on and so forth. So I'm going to do the same with my kids. When they turn 16, their asses need to find
Rich!
some kind of work so they can learn how to make that. So I actually went to ask friends, was hiring, it was different looking for a job back then. Now, even if you're looking for a job at Taco Bell, you could just go online. But back then, even if you were looking for something part-time as a kid in high school, you had to pound the pavement.
Back in the 1940s, you had to pound the pavement to find a job.
Thank you, Tim. These stories just don't begin. Okay.
Pavement. Or ask friends. And my friend Tim was like, hey, Rich, I have a job and I can get you a job too. I guarantee you they'll hire you. Okay, cool, Tim. What kind of job is it? It's at an arts and crafts store. Oh, boy, I can't wait to work there. I really didn't want to work there.
420 in the video, it's funny.
No shit! Continue!
You didn't want to work at the artsy crafts store?
It's summertime, a time when many of us appreciate the simple pleasures of Michigan's natural wonders and best-kept secrets. Whether you love taking the scenic route, exploring the forests, or enjoying the endless miles of beaches, you look forward to a future full of adventures. Local, clean, renewable energy from Consumers Energy protects that future. A future of clean air, water, and bright skies. Join the clean energy community and be part of the journey worth taking.
Yeah, she thought that was Cypher.
My name is Steven Maresca, also known as
All right,
Steve
well,
at the farm. We mostly grow lettuce,
this is about a done
tomatoes,
deal.
and peppers out there, but we also filter in a lot of root vegetables, a bunch of edible flowers, and whatever else I feel like growing that week. There's a lot involved as far as for me. I'll fill out an application, and of course, I did get the job. God, I remember the smell of the store. If you've ever been to an arts and crafts,
The smell of it. Imagine the smell. Rich, the greasy slob, works there every day.
At the
The
Hobby Lobby.
stench emanating from his body seeps into every piece of furniture, every art, every craft. Disgusting.
By the way, how hard, like the grocery store is tougher, in my opinion, because things expire, you have to face everything. Arts and crafts, like you put up the paintbrush, they're there forever, you know what I mean? Like they don't,
So, I've actually obtained a video
no,
that Rich posted of him working at a job
stop.
that he was then fired from.
No. God, that way.
This is amazing.
Christmas?
And he docks like everybody working there.
Shit.
store, like you smell all the fake scents.
Shit. He had to provide proof that he worked at a real job because no one believed him.
Yeah.
I got the evidence.
Have the candles, they have the floral arrangements, and it just all hits you at once. They have like cinnamon smells and potpourris, and it's just like all attacking you. I'm getting the same headache I used to get when I work there. Just
Trauma.
thinking of,
Now that you mention it, I'm getting a headache too, Rich.
This is a man in his 40s, like reliving his trauma, just crying about shit from 30 years ago. Okay.
about it now. It was such an overpowering odor working at this arts and crafts store.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I got the job, and what I found out was that my friend Tim also had his brother working there. His brother's name is John.
John.
John really bent Rich over and drove, buddy. Literally.
Now, John was
No, dear
John.
an interesting character. So there was a stock room at this arts and crafts store, and it was Tim's job
No. Don't tell me the brother him.
to introduce me
It's
to
so bad.
Wait, what?
all the different aspects of the store and talk to the different employees. And he introduced me to his brother that worked in the stock room. He was a stock guy there, a warehouse guy, I should say. And he was like, Tim was like, hey, John, this is my...
No, Rich, don't tell the story. Don't tell.
my friend.
Don't do it, Dickers.
There's nothing we can do to stop it. It's already happened. It's like the end of Watchmen. This already happened 4 years ago. Why would I tell you?
Friend Rich, he just got hired. Now, most people would just be like, hey, Rich, my name's John. How are you? Not John, though. What John did is he approached me and introduced himself like this. What's your name again? What's your name? And I was like, my name's Rich. It's like, no, I'm not going to call you Rich. I'm going to call you Dick.
I just spit all over my monitor. Spit all over
I'm not gonna call you Rich. I'm gonna call you Dick. It gets better. It gets better and better and better and better.
Buddy, that's so funny.
You gotta just keep
John's the king. John's the king.
Rich looks so traumatized.
Yeah.
Count.
I'm gonna call you Dick.
I just looked at him and I was like, okay, I don't give a crap. You want to call me Dick? That's fine. Call me Dick. He continues on and goes, even better. I'm gonna call you Dickers. You!
He gets get called Dickers every day at work. You're Dickers. Imagine telling this story of like.
I'm gonna call you Dick.
I just looked at him and I was like, okay, I don't give a crap. You want to call me Dick? That's fine. Call me Dick. He continues on and goes, even better. Even better. I'm going to call you Dickers. You!
He gets get called Dickers every day.